Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. I'm going to talk about Doctor Who, the Christmas special, Joy to the World. And I don't think it's bringing joy to the BBC or joy to Disney+. The ratings were not good. For a Christmas special, the ratings were not good. And this is despite this episode being written by Stephen Moffat, who is actually my personal favorite New Who writer. But yeah, I just think everybody's just tuned out from Doctor Who. This show is not getting nearly the ratings it got before, and usually the Christmas special was reliable, right? The Christmas special always did really, really well. People would watch it, especially in the UK. I guess it would just leave the TV on and it would just kind of default to Doctor Who or whatever was on the BBC that day. But it's not going so well for them. It's not really burning up the charts here, and I don't think season 3 is a sure thing. I don't know if there's going to be a season 3, or if there is going to be a season 3, is Ncuti Gatwa going to be the Doctor? I don't know. Do you care? I don't really care. I'm good. Up through Capaldi, I'm good. Like, after that, like there doesn't need to be any more Doctor Who, right? And I don't even know what you could do to course correct Doctor Who at this point. I mean, they brought Russell T Davies back. Of course, he got into it with the fans. He was running at the mouth. Ncuti Gatwa's been running at the mouth. And the show, honestly, just isn't that good. It's just not that good. I'm not watching it. I've watched a little bit here and there, but, even bringing back Russell T Davies and David Tennant, it fell flat. Like, I think the show's cooked. I don't think there is any saving Doctor Who other than, rest it for another 16 years and maybe somebody else will come along with a better idea to revitalize the show. But, like, this was my favorite science fiction TV show. It was my favorite TV show for a number of years. Like, I watched Doctor Who every week with the family. And I think I've told this story several times, but I'm going to recap because we have a lot more subs now than we did when we talked about Doctor Who. And now, like, Doctor Who videos don't get any traction whatsoever. Nobody cares. That's the thing. You can usually tell how popular a franchise is by how popular the hate videos are, right? The views on the hate videos. And when we first started the channel, we first started talking about Doctor Who, we would get 100, 200,000 views on a video talking about the direction of Doctor Who and how we didn't really care for it. And now we're lucky if a Doctor Who video, even though we have substantially more subs now than we did then, we're lucky if a Doctor Who video gets 20,000 views, 30,000 views, because nobody cares. Apathy is a true death. Same with Star Wars. We talk about Star Wars. People don't care. They don't care like they did 5 or 6 years ago. They're all out of give a shit, and that's how you know a franchise is cooked. When you do a video on it and you talk about how much you don't like it, and if people still have passion or hope for that franchise, they watch those videos. If they've given up, they don't even watch the videos, the hate videos. They just don't care. They're completely uninterested in the franchise or uninterested in anything going on with it. And that's kind of where I'm at with Doctor Who right now, where I have fantastic memories of watching Who with my family, especially my son. He loved Doctor Who. He even went as the 11th Doctor to an anime convention once. He had his little fez and everything. It was really cute. But it's over. The show's over for most people. If you like the new show, like we tell people all the time, if you like it, good for you. Good for you. I'm glad that you found something you like. But just like so many other things, just in the last 5 to 6 years, that we have seen so many things, so many classic franchises that have survived the test of time, decades, just be destroyed. Just absolutely destroyed by activists and dumbass decisions and, the wokening. It's not all the wokening, but that's a big part of it. It's a huge part of it. That these franchises were being forced to become something they historically were not, just to get social justice points, just to please the activists and the vocal minority on Twitter. And as it turns out, most of those people were fake. They were bots. They were sock puppets anyway. So you're making like literally nobody happy. You're throwing away your old audience to make nobody happy. Comic books, Star Wars, certain video game franchises, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings, right? I mean, it's a 1-2 punch, corporate greed and activism, boom, boom. And those two things are very much intertwined in our modern world. But let's talk about the Christmas special. I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. I'm just trying to, I guess, convey to you my heartbreak at the state of Doctor Who, that it's one of those things where I just it's better off being dead to me than me dipping back in and attempting to care again. Because I did that once with Star Wars, with The Mandalorian, and I was burnt very badly. So I just never went back. Like, I don't even care. I can't even watch the original trilogy. Now, Doctor Who, I can separate classic Who from new Who. And pretty much, I don't even watch the David Tennant or Matt Smith episodes anymore, which is a real shame because I loved... well, actually, Peter Capaldi is my favorite of the new Doctors, but like I don't even watch those anymore. I'll watch the Classic Who channel on Roku or whatever. I'll just turn it on and leave it on. Like I could watch Tom Baker forever, so I'm good, right? John Pertwee, I'm good. I don't need any new Who. But let's talk about the boo-hoos over new Who. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Go to clownfish-.com. Check out our merch. Check out our Plus Club. You know the drill. clownfishtv.locals.com. Go out to clownfishtv.com. We're actually going to be ramping up the content over there. Again, I think in 2025, we're going to give it another go. Try some different things. See if we can't resuscitate the websites somehow. Google's being very, very unfriendly to independent publishers. This is coming from the Radio Times, and they hate to take the L, man. They hate to take it. They love Doctor Who. Doctor Who overnight ratings revealed for Christmas special Joy to the World. The Doctor's latest festive adventure took him to the Time Hotel. They said that the Moffat penned episode, which I actually was considering watching because it was Moffat, and I guess they were going to, call back to Prisoner Zero, and I'm like, I don't know if I care. Had 4.11 million viewers, according to the overnight ratings. Of course they have to defend it. It must be noted, this is not the full story, and it doesn't include viewers who will be watching on catch-up. This number is expected to rise when the 7-day consolidated viewing figures come in. They used to do +4s, now they do +7s, and they do like +30s. And it's not great, guys. I mean, it really is pretty bad. If you go out to, let's see here, is this 2024? Yeah, you can see the decline, Doctor Who. Usually the Christmas special does better, but the overnight for the Christmas special is 4.11 million. But you can see, like, look, this is the 2024 season. Episode 1, 2.6 million. Even the +7's not great. These are like cancellation territory numbers. We're down to the 2s. They've literally whacked or chopped the audience into a half or a third of what it was. Now you go last year, the Christmas special did better. It was 4.73 million, +7 was 7.26 million. Even that, like, this is typically what Doctor Who would get. Actually, back in the day, Doctor Who would get 8, 10, 11 million viewers, and then you could just see the lack of give a shit kind of set in. I think this started in the Capaldi era for a number of reasons. I think we had a lot of like casual fans that were turned off by the fact, like literally turned off by the fact that the Doctor was an older man. Now, I love Peter Capaldi. I think he was the best of the new Who Doctors. He was a great kind of a bridge between the sensibilities of the new show and the classic era. And I wish he would have been the Doctor forever. That being said, half of his episodes were trash. And I didn't like Bill. But I don't like his companions very much. I thought he was great. And the one time they paired him up with River Song, I thought he was fantastic. I love the husbands of River Song. I thought that was a great episode. But yeah, whatever. Look, it's on the decline, right? And let's talk about how it's doing on Disney Plus, because people are going to be like, oh, well, that's okay. It's got Disney Plus, right? So 13 hours ago, Philip Morris here, according to Flix Patrol, the top movies on Disney Plus for December 26, 2024 on the top TV shows, it didn't even make the list, right? If you go out to, let's see here, no show for Doctor Who Joy to the World today either on either of the Disney Plus top 10s. And this would have been, earlier today. So it didn't break the top 10. So we have the top movies. We've got Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, Santa Claus, Lion King, Nightmare Before Christmas, Santa Claus 2. Top shows, Love Your Enemy, Moving, Judge from Hell, Miles from Tomorrowland. I don't even know what some of these are. Sakura Pasa Family, I don't know what that is. Wizards of Waverly Place, the reboot. Skeleton Crew actually did pretty good. But yeah, this is, it's not looking good, guys. They had to move it from the TV to movie category, replete with 30-year-old movies to get into the top 10. So they had to push it into movies, the special into movies. Here are some of the responses. Doctor Who is unwatchable slop. I can't even watch any Doctor Who 2005 episodes because what a bunch of wankers they all became. That's kind of where I'm at too. Like I can't even watch Star Wars. I've talked about this. I can't even watch Star Wars now because Mark Hamill is so insufferable and I know how the story ends. I reject that ending. I think that Disney's Star Wars sequel trilogy is apocrypha, but it doesn't matter. We had all the original cast come back for it. And as far as they're concerned, that's the official ending of Star Wars. Oh, Fritch. This isn't good, guys. This is great. I love this. That's going to be the thumbnail right there. Okay, there it is. It's there today, says Bobby D75. It won't stay in the top 10. Doctor Who Joy of the World. So they pushed it into movies to get into the top 10. So it's above Nutcrackers on Hulu. So they actually count Hulu movies as part of the Disney Plus thing. And between the original Lion King and Nutcrackers. Yeah. Oh no, the top 10's no surprise. Oh no. Yeah. Okay, so the once great show continues to disappear down the drain, beaten by Wallace and Gromit. So here's the thing. I don't think there's going to be a season 3 of Doctor Who, at least not in its current incarnation. This is coming actually from Bleeding Cool. I know Rich Johnston and company do pay close attention to Doctor Who. Doctor Who season 3 hopes get big boost from a US UK TV report, but it hasn't been confirmed. They've been keeping their radars tuned to the future of Doctor Who. And they said officially all sides say things look good, but it's way too soon to make a call on the third season when the Christmas special hasn't hit yet. If you're looking for good news, there was a whole lot of positivity coming from PAC's latest UK TV exports report, showing that the sales of British shows to the US hit a record high last year. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. Despite the specific challenges coming from the US market in the last 24 months, the US continues to be the largest destination for TV exports. Yeah, so the reason we got Doctor Who on Disney Plus is because Disney helped bankroll it. Do I think Disney will continue to bankroll this expensive show that they do not own? No, I do not. I think it was money they spent when they were trying to shore up their streaming. And the fact that it's not a hit, it's not a major hit for them, they could take that money and they could give us more Orville. And they actually own that. And I think the Orville would probably perform better. And the Orville is actually better Star Trek than proper Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't think there's going to be a season 3. I really don't. So, yeah, Doctor Who season 3, what's going on? They talked to SFX Magazine in August. Russell T. Davies said, it's an industry decision. It's like any business. These things take time. I think the decision will come after the transmission of season 2. Well, the ratings weren't very good. The ratings weren't very good for season 2, were they? That's what we're expecting. That's what we've always been heading towards. Davies' comments were in response to rumblings on social media during the weeks prior, speculating how Disney wasn't happy with its deal with the BBC and Bad Wolf. With us so far, it's great. It's looking great. Yeah, Disney wasn't happy. I can't imagine why Disney's not happy that they dropped so much money on this damn show to come in 9th place on Christmas Day on the Doctor Who Christmas special, behind the Lion King and above Nutcrackers. I mean, it's crazy. So I think it's over. I think Doctor Who is cooked. I think we're done. I think it's going to take a miracle to, I mean, I could be wrong. I've seen Disney and the BBC do dumber things, but like, we are past the age of free money. There is no more free money. Disney, they were shelling out all kinds of money, stupid money, on different shows and movies, trying to shore up their streaming. That's over. They're not getting a return on it. They're not getting a return on Star Wars, and they actually own that. They're not going to spend more money on Doctor Who, which is performing worse than Star Wars. I can't see them doing it. That being said, I don't know what's going to happen with the BBC because there's a whole deal with their licensing and all that crap. I don't know if they have the money to do Doctor Who like they've been doing it. I mean, the one thing I will say about the Disney Plus era of Doctor Who is it looks good. It looks expensive. It doesn't look as cheap as the Jodie Whittaker era of Doctor Who did, but again, Disney's going to look at that and be like, how many millions did we spend on this? We did not get a return on it. We're not going to get a return on it. It's going nowhere. It's done. We're done. We're out. Maybe HBO will pick it up. Oh, wait, no, Warner Brothers doesn't have any money either. Well, maybe Paramount will pick it up. Well, nope, they don't have any money either. Netflix would be the only hope for Doctor Who. Who the hell knows? Maybe Netflix would take a chance on Doctor Who. I have no idea. But I'm out. So let's wrap this up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.